Have you ever been walking down the street, minding your own business? Maybe scrolling through your phone, completely unaware of your surroundings, when suddenly, bam, there they are. Your ex, just standing there, smiling, or worse, looking casually indifferent. Like life has moved on perfectly while you're internally screaming. That moment, the one you've dreaded but secretly anticipated in your mind for months, has finally arrived. And now you're stuck, heart racing, palms sweaty, trying to act normal while your brain performs acrobatics worthy of a Cirque du Soleil performance. It started as any ordinary day. I was out grabbing a coffee, feeling relaxed, maybe a little too confident in my ability to handle the world without incident. I had on sunglasses, earbuds in, the perfect playlist setting the perfect mood. I felt untouchable. I walked into the cafe, ordered my drink, paid, and turned to leave. That's when I saw them. My ex, casually walking in from the other side of the street, and for a split second, it felt like time slowed down. My heartbeat skipped, my chest tightened, and the first thought that entered my mind was, "Don't make this weird. Don't make this weird. Don't make this weird." Immediately, my brain went into overdrive. Should I look away? Pretend I didn't see them? Act casual? Smile awkwardly and hope they don't notice me noticing them? Or wave and risk looking desperate? Or worse, like I had been waiting for this exact moment? The internal debate was exhausting, and all the while, my body was betraying me. My hands were shaking slightly, my legs felt like jelly, and my face was probably displaying a mix of terror and forced calm that could be mistaken for mild panic. I decided to try the classic act normal approach. I casually adjusted my bag, took a sip of coffee, and walked as if nothing had happened. I focused on my shoes, then my phone, then the floor, anything to avoid direct eye contact. But of course, in this dramatic moment, the universe decided that my ex had also spotted me. Their eyes met mine, just for a second, long enough to send a jolt of electricity straight to my brain. I froze. My casual walk transformed into a half-speed shuffle, a desperate attempt to appear normal while my entire body screamed, "Panic! Panic! Panic! Panic!" Next came the mental gymnastics. Should I pretend I'm on a call? Look like I'm texting someone important? Smile awkwardly and wave vaguely as if acknowledging a stranger? Every option seemed fraught with danger. And so, I opted for the classic no-don smile move. I gave a quick, nonchalant nod, a smile that I hoped didn't resemble a grimace, and tried to keep walking. In theory, it was perfect. In practice, well, let's just say my mind was doing interpretive dance moves, running through all the awkward scenarios that could follow. As I navigated the perilous terrain of public interaction, I noticed that my ex was moving closer, maybe heading toward the same cafe, maybe just passing by. I couldn't tell. I had to act as if nothing was happening, as if this was just a normal Tuesday and not a moment that could single-handedly ruin my composure. I focused on my breathing, trying to slow my racing heart, but every step I took seemed louder, more noticeable. As if my entire existence was broadcasting, I am awkwardly panicking in public. I imagined everyone in the cafe staring at me, judging me, and thinking about how terribly I was handling a simple human interaction. Then came the self-talk, the internal pep talk that somehow made things simultaneously better and worse. Okay, you got this. Just be calm. They're probably nervous too. Just act normal. Just act normal. I repeated it like a mantra, over and over, while my feet shuffled and my coffee cup wobbled dangerously. The moments stretched on, each second a tiny eternity, until we were finally close enough that ignoring each other wasn't an option anymore. I forced a casual glance, tried a small smile, and felt like my face had frozen in a permanent expression somewhere between friendly acknowledgement and mild panic attack. And then it happened. A brief conversation, the kind that feels mundane but carries the weight of an entire history. Hey, how have you been? How have you been? They asked, casually, as if no emotional earthquake had just occurred. I responded, voice a little too high, a little too eager, hoping my tone conveyed normalcy. Good. Yeah, good. How about you? My words came out in a rush, too fast, too perfectly neutral, but somehow acceptable. We exchanged a few more sentences, each one carefully crafted to avoid nostalgia, anger, or awkward personal details. And just like that, the universe allowed the encounter to proceed without catastrophe. Or so I thought. The climax came as we realized we were heading in the same direction, maybe to the same bus stop, or maybe just coincidentally walking parallel. My internal panic escalated. Okay, should I pretend to look at my phone? Pretend to be in a hurry? Pretend I don't exist? Every strategy felt insufficient, and yet I had to pick one. I opted for a mix of casual distraction and forced calm, hoping to convey that I was perfectly fine and totally unaffected by this chance encounter. My legs were still jelly, my heart still racing, but I survived the first real test of proximity. By the end of the encounter, I had somehow maintained composure, exchanged polite goodbyes, and walked away without tripping, spilling coffee, or making an unintentional scene. Relief washed over me, followed by a wave of self-awareness and humor. I realized that trying to act normal in front of your ex is a performance art, a combination of improvisation, panic management, and strategic facial expressions. And while it's terrifying in the moment, it's also oddly empowering. You survived. You navigated a minefield of emotions and came out standing mostly intact. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever had that terrifying, awkward, heart-pounding moment when you saw your ex unexpectedly? How did you handle it? Did you act casual, panic silently, or completely freeze? Comment your funniest, most relatable, or most disastrous experiences below, I promise. I'll read them and laugh along with you. And if you enjoyed this story of social tension, awkward encounters, and human panic, hit that like button because it helps me create more content full of relatable, hilarious, and stressful life moments. And if you haven't subscribed yet, click the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss future stories of awkward, relatable, and chaotic human experiences that everyone can connect with. So remember, seeing your ex unexpectedly is terrifying, ridiculous, and universally relatable. It's a test of composure, improvisation, and emotional control. The next time it happens, take a deep breath, nod, smile, and act as normal as humanly possible. Your heart may race, your palms may sweat, and your brain may be performing mental gymnastics, but you'll survive. And one day, you'll look back at the experience and laugh at how dramatic and absurd it felt in the moment. Because trying to act normal when you see your ex is a story everyone understands, and one that makes life infinitely more entertaining.